Door Guys. This is Davis.
And Vinny.
And Andres.
Tyler.
I'm Billy.
Welcome to the show, guys. This is a very special episode, even though we do not have a guest. It's just Door Guys today, but this is September 7th, the anniversary of the first day we ever recorded a Door Guys. Me and that other guy long ago.
But it's not 50, right?
No, it's not the 50th. You just said that all fucking evening, dude. What the fuck?
Which one? What
It just
number are we
feels
on?
like it should be the 50th.
You're
No,
right.
the 50th will be special.
Look, we missed a few weeks. Deal with it. In order to have 50, you can only miss 2 weeks, and that shit did not happen.
So what are we at?
This is
like
42 on the list, but we
right.
also have like the Thanksgiving one, the Halloween one, which aren't numbered. So we might be at 50 actually.
We didn't release the New Year's one.
Christmas
The
one.
Christmas, that's what it is.
And
Yeah.
then we did that one.
I got real fucked up.
Yeah, those holidays.
We were talking about it outside just a minute ago, me and Billy, how we had a bottle of the Pappy Van Winkle that Andres gifted to us. And it was amazing, and we treated it like shit.
With utter disrespect.
We drank the whole bottle in one night, and there's literally a documentary on Netflix about people stealing that shit.
I said we treated
That's
it
how
like a
valuable
group of
it is.
16-year-olds treats a bottle of Jack.
Those holiday ones were rough.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
My mom's like, I can tell when you're high on those. I was like, we all were.
I was not.
I'm sure you weren't. I'm sure.
So it's a special day, and the other special thing is we have video now, thanks to Vinnie. He's really jumped us into the 21st century here. And,
Finally hitting the YouTubes. We've been talking about that shit for, what, at least 6 months?
Something like that.
Since last September, so
Yeah.
September 7th.
Well, I wasn't involved in those talks. I don't think anybody else but you were involved in those talks.
It just happened. So we're starting a brand new year in Door Guys years.
New era.
So we're being videoed right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
This is Door Guys Do the Door Guys, baby.
Wave, Tyler. Wave. They can see you.
They hide
You're
your
out
mouth.
here for a special one.
You can now all see the faces that go along with the voices.
Our ugly mugs.
So, just like when we always get together, guys, what's been going on lately?
Look, I'll fucking tell you what's been going on, you piece of shit. So, me and Davis are in a fantasy league together with a lot of the
Fantasy
local
football.
fantasy football.
Make sure you specify.
Fantasy football with local comedians. And we had our draft about a week or two ago. And this asshole shows up to the guy's house in a Michael Vick jersey. And he's like, I'm going to make these dogs fight. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I'm going to make these dogs fight. I go, what the fuck? So he would give, like, brisket to one of the dogs and not the other one to get it all pissed off. And then he had...
Apollo, I think, was one of their names.
Yeah, and then one of them bit one of the local comedians, his hand, and probably Davis's fault.
You didn't tell me that he bit someone.
Yeah. This guy fucking got him all
That
riled
was
up.
before I got there, okay?
That was when we were there.
No, he bit the guy. The dog bit the guy before I got there. I did. This is all a bit. You're fucking trying to drag my name.
First of all, I don't know. You must have been
Once
really
again.
high because that happened
No.
while we were there. Because I remember turning around and the guy's like, fuck, he bit me. We were fucking
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. This is
You were
outrageous.
drunk, but you were fucking downing the Jameson bottle. Like, I saw you doing, like, pulls of it. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of facts, once again, in what you're saying. But there's also a lot of lies, dude. This was all a bit. Like, I was just trying to make Don mad, kind of, because I knew he had two dogs. So
Did it work?
I did wear a Michael Vick. He wasn't. A lot of people weren't on board to begin with. I wore this. I'm gonna make your dogs fight.
Well, you almost got one of them put down.
Did he lose?
They did not fight. I was petting them. There's a picture out there, but I was actually petting the dogs. And man, fuck you. You always try to drag my name.
You always do shit like this. That's why.
This was merely a fun time at a fantasy draft.
Oh, it was a great time. Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Dude, this piece of shit, fucking Brad Williams was here a couple weeks ago, and this guy, we were going out, and all night he was telling me he was going to say this to him, and he goes up, and he wanted a picture, and he wanted one of two. He was like, the first one that he wanted, which was a more mild one that he thought Brad would say yes to, was he wanted Brad to, like, choke him out, because Brad does, like, mixed martial arts shit, and his wife is, like, a mixed martial artist. And so that's a good one. And then a second one was, and this is what Andres said, is that this is what he told me, but this is not what he told Brad. He said he wanted to have Brad like he was throwing Andres, like midget throwing, but Mexican tossing. But he got so nervous when we went out there to Brad, he goes, "Hey, you filthy midget." He was like, "Hey, you filthy midget. How about we take a picture where I'm throwing you, like midget tossing." And he had told him the first idea about the choke out, first. And then he went off the rails and said this shit. And me and fucking Scott are just sitting there like, what the fuck, dude? And Brad cut him off while he's saying that about tossing him. It's like, I'll do the first one. Well, because he did not want Andres to act like he was tossing him.
First of all, okay,
you called a midget a midget. That's like saying the N-word to a black person, dude.
Oh my god.
It is. No, it is.
It's not like saying
It
the
is. Let's call Brad Williams right now.
I think he even says that on stage, doesn't he? About how saying midget is like the N-word.
Well,
I've heard that.
I mean, I didn't work those two shows, but I'm pretty sure that's part of his act.
he doesn't believe that. Come on. You can't believe
You
that.
try to cancel me, I'll cancel you, dude.
Look, when I
You hater of little people, dude.
So can I explain myself? You piece
Let's
of
get
shit?
the League of Little People, the LL something. CA.
LLP? League
Yeah,
of Little
yeah,
People?
yeah.
All right. So the first, I go, hey, like,
Yeah,
it's
calm
like you're
down.
choking me out. It's like you're choking me out, and then I'm gonna put it on my Facebook and go, don't call him little feller. He didn't. Like,
Still super crazy.
pretty
Racist
crazy.
towards midgets.
But when I did say that second one, I didn't say, hey, you filthy midget. I said, hey, like
that's
when
what I
you-
heard.
You hear a lot of things.
Of course you did.
That's what I heard.
The idea was the whole Mexican tossing, but he wasn't paying attention. That's on him. I mean,
Also
fuck.
racist, by the way.
Mexican
Mexican.
tossing?
I can do that. I'm brown.
Is Mexican tossing a thing?
Yeah, well, my best friend's a dog, so why would I make dogs fight each other, dude? Oh, you're baffled.
Yeah, nothing. Mainly because I thought you said your best friend was Michaela.
Wow, did you just fucking...
You did, bud.
Wow.
You
wow.
did, bud.
Wow. Wow.
That was you.
Wow. You're
said
saying names? Oh, buddy. You don't have to worry about me. So, yeah, let's move on. Andres, so you called a guy a midget. That's what's been happening with you.
You've been dogfighting. That's what's happening with you.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, but it wasn't like a real dog fight. And then Ty Walsh, you're coming off COVID. This is your first night out of prison.
Yes, I'm off the COVID. I've been out a couple nights, but this is like my
Whoa,
amongst
is that
people.
doctor approved, quarantine approved?
Yes. This is my first like amongst people. The first couple I went out into the wild.
To cure your COVID, did you take donkey dewormer?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I do.
Did you think about it?
Drink donkey's milk?
No, I mean, I do think that's crazy. The whole dewormer, people blowing that out, but like, it's been a thing since I've been young. Like, people have been bragging about, like, when me and my buddy used to get sick, we would steal antibiotics from his hog barn and mix like. And I had buddies in college in the cattle program who got syphilis. And they were
taking
talk
stuff
about,
for pig syphilis?
No, cattle. They would treat it with cattle shit, and they just never go to a doctor. I'm like, so when they were saying all that stuff, I'm like,
just
oh, it's
rub
not
shit on
crazy
it?
to
Well,
go out to the animal.
What? Treat it with, wait.
Not the actual shit.
No, like they would use
The
the
medicine.
medicine.
The medicine.
medicine.
Yeah.
All right.
Animals get
I took that way
syphilis
too
and shit.
Yeah,
literally. I was like, wait,
Not
what?
literal shit.
No.
Rubbing shit on their syphilis? Like, that doesn't work.
Yeah. That
No.
only makes things worse.
Yeah,
It
that
soothes
sounds
the
awful.
burning, dude.
They would take medicine meant for
Right,
cattle
right.
for
Yeah,
their
I get-
syphilis,
yeah,
I get
and
you
not
now.
from cattle.
Yeah. Okay.
The syphilis wasn't from the cattle.
Okay.
I don't
Are you
think.
sure?
You have to clarify that too.
I'm not sure.
You've hung out with some strange people.
Yes. So I mean, it's not wild to me to take medicine for
Horse
animals.
tranquilizers?
No, I've never done that. I mean, people take Bute.
What's that?
What's that?
That's
Is that the deodorant?
Bute is like the hydro of animal.
Hydro of animal.
Oh,
Bute's like a painkiller, like a
Oh, okay.
like a numb 'em
Okay.
up, like stuff like that.
never heard of this.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
beat a horse and
So is that the horse tranquilizer then? Because I hear people talk about taking horse tranquilizers.
no, I don't. I wouldn't say it's a tranquilizer. I'm a little bit out, but it's just like a pain. It's just like a
It's
painkiller.
been a few years.
No, it doesn't. It's just a painkiller.
Gotcha.
All right.
Huh.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
No, I did not.
Butte it up,
I
boy.
did I had a very, very slight case. Like I did not get very sick at all.
Oh,
Of
from
COVID.
Yeah. Like
That's
I
good.
will
You're
attribute,
vaccinated though, also.
I will attribute to the vaccine, but I will not tell the rural people I come from that I attribute to that.
Tell them they're listening.
I'll be killed at the
Be free with your
stake.
words, dude.
But yeah, I've been vaccinated, and I literally the first few days I thought I was just congested with wheat dust, like grain elevator stuff. I just had a slight,
really?
like I get every couple months.
What
just
made you
working
finally
on
go to the
dust.
doctor?
I had shows coming up, and I was
Yeah.
like, I woke up with a little bit of a headache. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I just got one in case, and well, I had it.
No shit.
Was that your only symptom?
Basically, yeah, a little congestion a couple days, and that was it. And I'm locked in my apartment. I have a 375 square foot apartment on the 11th
That's what you were
floor.
telling me day one. You were like,
So I was
I'm in a
like-
prison.
Oh, it sucks.
It's like, no, dude. I was like, what do you need? You're like, I just got a log of chew. I'm good.
No, I had to get in the morning. I used GoPuff. You guys ever
What's
use
that?
GoPuff?
Or is it
It's a
this-
grocery.
like Grubhub or whatever?
Yeah, but it's like
Same
for
difference?
stoners. It's like you.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, they stop
Yeah.
at like gas stations
it's
for
called-
you and shit?
It's called GoPuff because it's like anytime you can get snacks and you can get
Really?
condoms on it. And you can get all sorts of just.
Oh, okay.
And then that was pointed out to me, and you can get Copenhagen on it.
What were you more excited about, the condoms or the Copenhagen?
The Copenhagen.
I knew it. I already knew the answer. So yeah, that was your. You have any other crazy happenings out of your pandemic?
I went camping at the end of it.
Is this government doctor approved?
Yes, it was after. It was like on day 11.
Nice.
Like we went out to a little campground in Iowa.
Well, and also camping, like it's open air. Fuck, you know. Probably
There-
not a lot of people out this time of year still.
There was literally it's Labor Day. It should
Right.
be packed.
Oh, I guess that is
We-
true.
That's all people
Right.
do during Labor Day
That
is
is
fucking
true.
go camping.
That is true.
We went to a not packed campground. It turns out Squirrel Hollow in Iowa is not very not very populated on Labor Day.
Squirrel Hollow.
You know what? I'm going to go with Squirrel Hollow is never packed.
You're probably right.
It was not. It was very hillbilly.
With a name like that, I wouldn't have
Oh
guessed.
my god, yeah. Yeah. Do you see a lot of squirrels? Or is it just the normal amount?
No, there were a lot of squirrels, a lot of chipmunks. Saw a lot of guys catching turtles at the river.
All right.
It was
Oh,
pretty.
nice.
Sounds like you had a nice time.
Yeah, my buddy that texts My buddy that texted me about this campground, I said, will Squirrel Hollow be packed on Labor Day? Because I knew it was Squirrel Hollow. I said, will it be packed? He goes, oh, no. He said, not at all, man. And he said, it's not too bad. The camp host, he's kind of a weird dude. And he was a weird dude.
He did not lie.
No, he was a very weird dude.
That's what you get for sitting near me.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
That one burnt my nose.
My bad.
Oh, it's great. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. We're farting.
So the cure for COVID is camping, sniffing farts, and cream pie compilation.
At least that's how Tyler got over it.
And getting caught by Eric, the weird campground host.
Wait, what?
He caught me in the act.
The guy who, wait. What's a campground host, first of all?
Like,
Let's back up to that. So wrap that a little bit.
they stay for free at the campground.
Yeah.
Like year round? Like
Mo-
that,
usually,
most of the time?
I'm
during
pretty
camping
sure at
season.
Squirrel Hollow, this guy's year round.
He probably lives there.
Technically, they take shifts. Like you stay a month at the
Right.
campground, you get free camping, and you're. But Eric had a very permanent location. His camper had tinfoil over all the windows.
It's not even a cabin he gets?
Oh,
Oh, this guy.
That was my phone.
Oh, is that the ringer on your phone?
Yes.
That's awesome. This guy supports
What
the show
happened
all the time.
no camping. He just had a camper, but he had it all boarded up, like it was winterized. Like Eric gets to stay there.
So his camper was more permanent because he like built a deck on the back of it.
Yes, basically.
Fair
And
enough.
he'd been there a long time.
Squatters' rights.
Yes. And when we met him coming in, he said, you can pay here or I come around and get the money later. Well, we just paid there.
Yeah, why would you want him
Yeah.
to come around and get the money later?
No, we wouldn't. And there
Yeah,
were
no.
literally like we were way off in a finger, like by ourselves, like away from everybody. And then Eric decided to come at 9:15 at night.
What
It was,
what day of the week was it?
It's dark at this time, right?
this was Sunday night. And Eric popped in at 9:15 and somebody was on top of me. Like literally we were on like it's a pop-out tent
Right,
camper.
right.
So like the whole sides are just screens.
Yeah, like mesh,
Right.
like net, yeah.
Like it was a little exhibitionist. Like there was,
Yeah, but it was dark
we
out,
were by
right?
ourselves,
And there's nobody
it was
there.
dark. There was a little bit of light, but like if you were walking up like down the road and turned into like our finger of the hollow of Squirrel Hollow,
Right. You'd see your silhouettes.
You would know shit was going down from 100 yards away.
Wait, you were fucking to the moonlight, dude?
Basically.
That's romantic.
Yeah, it was nice. And then all of a sudden, about 10 feet away, a flashlight clicks on.
Wait, what?
There was something like right in the.
And like this is like no one's there really at this campground.
No, nobody. And then all of a sudden, I look up and there's
Eric
a
is
light.
there.
And then the flashlight gets right up to the camper. And I go, and my fellow partner is on top of me and goes, what the fuck? And this guy just yells out, it's Eric, the camp host.
My fellow partner. This Eric guy for sure was outside of the camper jerking.
Yeah.
For how long with his
finished.
flashlight?
He waited till he was
finished
done,
before
and then he
came
like
and said
click.
hi.
He goes, it's Eric, the camp host, here to collect money.
How is he so composed?
I don't know. And And she goes, "Get the fuck out of here. We paid." And he goes, "I'm the camp host." And then he shut the light off and muttered on his way by. And then it was just weird the rest of the weekend. Then, like, we'd go to hug and, like, look around in the trees. Who's watching?
I mean, fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fucking. This Eric guy is a. He could be a predator out there in the middle of, like, that's why he wants the job, is he's just out there looking for people fucking, and then that's why no one camps there anymore, is because they know about this guy, and you guys didn't know about him.
Well, we were the one couple there under 70. So, I mean, he was probably like, had an eye on us when we came in. Like, man, I bet they're still active.
I was going to say, that's probably the most action he's seen in a long time.
Probably.
Oh,
So there was tinfoil on his windows.
Oh, yeah.
Does he cook meth?
Well, I don't know.
You didn't ask for a tour?
And then, like, when I text my buddy's like, "How's the fishing?" That's what he wanted to know. I text back. I said, "Eric caught me fucking." he goes, "Yeah, Eric, he's a weird one."
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. So that was a fun weekend.
Yeah. Doesn't happen much, so I like to get caught when it does.
Oh, that's funny in so many ways. So eventful COVID really for you. Billy, on our last episode that we will post actually tomorrow, I think we're recording this the day before I'm posting it. We tell a story on the Austin Anderson show about the Schuler King show that we just had, I guess last week. And I'd like to hear your perspective, and you can just start from ground zero on the story, because just act like no one knows about last episode.
Because Tyler doesn't.
As we are seating, we look out for people in line who are fucked up. So Davis was running the board, and I could see this chick like a few people down. I took a couple people in, and I got back to Davis, and this chick was fucked up and being real loud in line. So I just kept telling Davis.
Can I describe her?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
She was about 6 foot tall. She had a red fade. She had about probably a 8-pound bucket of titties. And she would have like an athletic build, I would say. Yeah. So, that's put that in your mind.
Like a thinner Warren Sapp lady.
Yeah. If Warren Sapp had a red fade.
Yeah, that too.
I'm horny.
Doesn't take much.
We stick her in the back of the room where we can keep an eye on her. And as I'm bringing her and her friend in, she just like stops and disappears. She's talking to everybody in the back section, just like
this
going
explains
from
a
table
lot
to
to
table,
me
being
from the
loud as
outside.
fuck, talking to everybody, like just getting in people's faces, being hell like ridiculous.
Like, did she know all these
So-
people, or she just was
Yeah,
talking to them?
I think so. But then, like the other people that were sitting around that they didn't know, that she's like leaning on them and like just being fucking ridiculous.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
her birthday was
Everybody.
the next day too.
That's
So-
what her friend said. She was mad.
Yeah, so her friend was pissed, and right before the show started, I was like, "Hey, I need you to sit in your seat." And then 2 minutes into the show, she's already like being loud as fuck, and I'm like, "Hey, if I have to come back here, it's not going to be to ask you to be quiet. I'm just going to ask you to leave. Like, you're being really loud." And both of the people on either side were just like, "Fucking thank you." Dude, she was ridiculous. And then I
So
go
loud.
I go do something else, and like it's been 45 seconds, and Katie comes up to me, and she's like, hey, I just had to tell that chick in the back to stop yelling out because she's, like, yelling out talking to the comedian. I was like, what the fuck? So I go grab Daisy. I'm like, hey, we need to get this lady's check ready, and we're probably just going to get her out of here. She's like, oh, the chick that I already had to tell to be quiet? So it's been, like, 10 minutes into the show, and 3 people have already told her to be quiet. Jeez. And, like, I'm finding out about it, like, it just happens so
Yeah,
fast.
he came up to the podium while I was seating and was like, just so you know, 3 people have already told that lady that I was talking about to be quiet. And I was like, holy shit.
It was fucking immediate. So then Daisy gets her and starts to pull her out, and I guess she fell going down the stairs to get out of the door. I didn't see this part, but I come up.
She did.
And then she starts crying, and she's like, it's my birthday. I'm embarrassing. And fucking Schuler King walks out of the green room, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And, like, he handled her really well. Like, as soon as she talked, he saw it in his face. He was like, oh, God, like, she's fucking. He's like, hey, you're a 10. I need you to be a 2. Like, as long as you can stay at a 2, you can stay. Just be cool. And she was like, oh, thank you. So it's like, okay, the headliner.
She started bawling when he told her that.
Told her that she could be a part of, like, she could stay. So whatever, keep an eye on her, try and keep her quiet.
Yep.
Fucking the first guy is just about done, and he's pimping his merch. And he's like, hey, you know what? There's that birthday girl in the back. Come up here. You can have this for free.
He also has no idea she just got launched from the show and told to go back in.
You need to come up here because I'm not going to you. And I'm standing by the back door where the stairway is. And I'm like, fuck, okay, like, we're going to deal with this now. And she fucking eats shit again. And, like, I thought she was going to break her. She just goes straight down both the stairs. Her heel just cocks to the side, and she fucking goes down. And the whole crowd just started laughing.
Of course.
Oh. So we get her up, and then she just rushes the stage and grabs the mic and starts saying a bunch of shit. All I could get towards the end, like, the crowd was going crazy. But all I could hear at the end was, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And then Sean just slowly muted the mic. And then me and Daisy had to come up on stage and pull her down. And then we were in this fucked up position of, like, she needs to go, but, like, now she's a part of the show.
Right.
The headliner told her to stay.
It was bad.
Yeah, so we just had to deal with it. And
like I said on the Austin thing, I was in the bar, and I heard the crowd going nuts. Because, like, when he said they were going crazy, like, whatever she was saying, they were like,
dude,
they were out of their
fucking
seats,
went
dude. Like, going
wild. Everybody
crazy,
went fucking
dude.
crazy.
And I was in the bar, and someone goes, oh, that lady. I was like, what the fuck? Because I heard the crowd going crazy, and they're like, that lady's on stage. Well, I didn't know she got pulled on stage, so I'm, like, running from the bar. Like, I'm coming to get her! Like,
tackle her off the stage.
I got, like, to the corner over here, and Jamie Robinson was standing there, and he, like, got in front of me. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because he, like, could see my face or whatever. Because I was, like, on a mission. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He's like, she's cool. She's going to be cool. And I just stopped. And then I kind of observed what was going on. And like he said, she was like, fuck this shit. And the guy's like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Like, fuck yeah.
Dude, everybody's just going crazy.
Then finally they got her off stage. And the dude, I forget what his name was, but he was the feature or whatever. He was like, I ain't ever coming back here. He's like, that scared the shit out of me. I'm never coming back here.
Like, your dumbass brought her up on stage.
Yeah. Well, he was just like, come up here and grab this. And then she just, once she got closer, because like me and Daisy were like kind of walking her up here. She's pretty fucked up. As soon as she got to like where it was a straightaway, she just fucking booked it up onto the stage. And we were like, oh, shit. She made fun of herself a little bit. She was like, oh, look, I'm a little bit fucked up. Tomorrow's my birthday.
And she ended up getting kicked out at the end of the night anyway.
Yeah, they did, I believe.
So it was.
It all worked out.
Real crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking
crazy.
Wild though.
It was. It was wild.
Like from the minute the show started.
How hectic of a fucking.
Until the headliner went on stage, it was
hectic.
Just fucking bananas because of that one lady.
Was it
and
one
he
show
did
or
like
2 shows?
20 minutes, 25 minutes. It was one show. Thank fucking God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, how did the second show compare to that one?
Like
super
a
nice.
Wednesday night, and people were fucked up.
They were fucked up,
dude. It was wild.
Oh, the
chance
best
to get out.
At the very end of the night, we had taken trash out. We were standing by the podium because they were still standing out doing merch and stuff. I think he was talking to one guy, and Billy was telling me about when he arrived, Schuler King. It was just him and his feature. He didn't bring anyone else. And Billy went to open the door for him, and dude fucking had a suitcase there.
Oh yeah.
And just looked at Billy and was like, what about this? And didn't ask him, just was basically like,
yeah, like he came.
You're not gonna fucking carry this for me?
His opener came up to the podium and was like, "Hey, where do we go to get in?" So I took him down the back way.
Just because he wasn't doing anything at
here,
the time, so it was random.
We were at the bottom of the stairs, and he was like, "But I got this. What are we gonna do with that?" And it's just like, "Well, I'll carry it for you, I guess."
And what, he was like, the handle's broken.
And then I picked it up by the handle. He was like, "That handle might break." And I was like, okay, I guess I'll fucking cradle your suitcase for you then.
This was when they were leaving.
This is
when they showed up.
This is for the headliner?
Yeah,
or for
the headliner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but
I
when
thought it was the opener doing that. I was going to be like,
But I just looked at him and was like, "Fucking, what do you want to do with it?"
so that happened at the beginning, so he's telling me this.
Yeah.
And I
at the
guess
end of
we
the
don't
night.
realize that it just echoes or whatever, so we're leaving.
Kinda
And
loud.
Schuler King's still out there talking to this dude who I think he might have been a pimp. I might be even misquoted, but he definitely had a hooker with him. They were talking, they were buddies or whatever, and we walked by, and Schuler King goes up to Billy, and he's like, "Thanks a lot, man." And Billy's like, and I was confused too,
Yeah, I was
because
like,
I was behind
no
Billy, but
problem.
Billy's like, "No problem, but for what?" And he's like, "For taking my suitcase
For
up."
carrying my luggage.
And in my
up.
brain, I'm
I
like,
really
"Oh,
appreciate
shit,
you doing
he
that, man.
fucking earned
Thank
it
you."
for sure.
It's
He
like,
fucking
all right,
earned it
then.
for sure.
Had to have.
And he's a nice guy, so he didn't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
that's
At least
really
he thanked
shouts
me,
out to
like-
you, Schuler King.
Yeah.
You're a nice fucking guy.
Yeah. If you wouldn't have thanked me, I'd been like, "Man, fuck you." But
Because
you
I
said
even
thank
think we
you,
were
that's
talking
all I
about
needed.
yeah, man, why wouldn't he even just ask? Why wouldn't he just ask you to take it up?
Just look at me like, "What are we gonna do with that?" And I'm just
So he's
like, "What
talking
do
to
you
his-
want to do?
what
with
are we
that?"
gonna
Like,
do?
fucking-
I love it that he was
Mom-
talking to his buddy, just feeling sad about fucking treating you like shit, dude.
Fuck, dude, I did fuck up. That was
Yeah,
mean.
he's like, God damn it.
This sounds like a high schooler looking at a boner and being like, "So what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do with it?
Look at the
Fucking,
girl
I don't
like,
know,
"Come
man."
on."
Huh, how about that?
You're like, yeah, there looks like there's a suitcase there. You might want to
Yeah, cool.
You gonna grab it?
Is it gonna go up the stairs itself?
That's not my suitcase and shit. I didn't bring that here. Like, the fuck?
COVID.
I'm not making money off of this merch. No, this is your shit. You brought it with you.
Who's selling this shit? You are.
Yeah, fucking. This has nothing to do with me. I've never seen this suitcase before in my life.
You were a nice guy by carrying it awkwardly up the
Fucking
stairs.
cradle it like it's a baby.
You should have dropped
Sorry.
it, but made it look like it was an accident. Like, and fucking drop it. And be like,
It'd be like, "I gotta get back to work. Can you go get that?"
I was so pumped the night I sold merch, got tipped real good, and then the next night Scott sold merch, but the girl got bit by the dog and he didn't get tipped.
That is fucking true.
You text me and you're like, "Feature got bit by a dog. Scott didn't get tipped
Oh.
60 for
They did tip you real good, too.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I got a good tip. Next night we're like, "Oh, Scott's gonna get a good tip," and then nope, dog bit the feature.
Not so much.
No tip that night.
No. Oh man.
Speaking of favorite moments at the club, I have on my sheet here, since it's a year of podcasting, you guys have been on all kinds of episodes. What's your favorite moment from the past year? Do you have a favorite moment?
I'll go first. I got a couple. Thanksgiving. 'Cause this
Yeah.
fucking guy was hilarious with
Yeah.
all his donkey shit.
Donkey milking.
I think that was like his
Definitely-
second episode ever, maybe,
Yeah,
that he
that's
was on.
All the donkey stuff was just
That's
fucking.
definitely one of the best.
That
moments.
is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The donkey milk. I lost
Yeah.
my mind.
The
laughing
Christmas
at that
episode was
I
really
lost
good.
my
That one
fucking
didn't come
mind.
out. But
Everybody
that was
was
a lot of fun.
Everybody was real saucy back then.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah, the Christmas maybe we will air it.
It's pretty bad.
Maybe we can cut out. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
figure
know.
something out, but maybe we can air that shit. That was we drank. That's back to
You,
the
you
Pappy
guys,
Van
you guys
Winkle,
drank.
dude.
Just you guys drank. I was.
No, you drank too.
I
I'm pretty sure
definitely
you
did
drank.
The thing you haven't done for
I
years, you
definitely
did
did.
that night.
If I recall, I
Definitely
think
did.
you drank too.
That would have been a lot more wild if I did.
This guy keeps threatening me with this.
With a good time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm going to be crazy and drink. I'm like, okay, let's fucking do this
I've
shit.
never said that. Shit. You fucking.
What's funny is, I guess it's not funny, but Andres works at a liquor company. I won't say the name, but you don't drink. And I
Yeah.
text him throughout the day. A lot of times I'll be like, yeah, you drink that liquor.
And then I'll just send him a picture of like all the liquor that's around me. He goes, "Yeah, you drink it."
And he'll be like, no,
Looks good,
I
doesn't
don't
it?
know. I don't
So
drink.
tasty.
Be like, yeah, you drink it. Because I'm a good friend, all right?
I hear that.
Did you make a choice to be sober? Like, I mean, like you had at one point you did it good, or you just are like, nah, I'm into drinking.
No, it was just like, all right, can't drink because I don't know when to stop because it was always like, oh,
He
I'll
was
just have a
really
couple and
good
then
at drinking.
I just
He's a professional.
So
Yeah.
you used to do it.
oh
You
yeah.
were never you're not a person that's like, oh, I'm just not a drinker.
No, I used to fucking black
Get
out
it.
all the time. Like I probably should have been in the hospital a couple times. Like one St. Patty's Day, I did like 20 shots in like
Ugh.
4 hours
Jesus.
should've died.
Oh no.
for sure.
You're
I
not
like
even
that.
Irish.
No,
What's wrong with you?
Oh.
like to get fucked up,
Clearly.
like to black out and act
If
like
you would
a
have
dumbass.
said Cinco de Mayo, then, maybe.
The one time I never got drunk was Cinco de Mayo.
What?
The one holiday
Makes no sense.
you're
Just
supposed to drink,
making
you
a
don't?
Stand.
Didn't do it. Yeah, taking a stand.
Can't do it. You get drunk on fucking tamales, it looks like, from last year.
Piece of shit.
What? Your mom made you like 500 tamales.
Yeah.
You ate them for like 3 weeks straight.
I ate 60 tamales.
And then you're like,
Hey,
oh, I
yes.
puke every time I eat. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the corn.
It's called masa.
Oh, okay. Maza?
Yeah, you don't know.
Maize? Yeah, don't get excited over there. We're talking corn talk. Yeah, so that's Billy's Schuler King story.
Yeah. It was an interesting night.
And Andres' favorite episode.
Anybody have? Like,
Yeah, what's
I, had
your
I had a couple. Like that was
What
my
else is
favorite. I also like the.
Oh, yeah.
The
Keep
Martin
going.
episode was
The Martin
great to
episode
listen
was
to.
fun.
I had loved the Pete Lee episode. that
Colleen's
was on.
son, Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pete Lee episode was really
Was the
good.
one-
you
That was a good
guys.
one.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
Good
here,
one.
but that was great, you guys.
I don't know about these guys.
The Martin episode was why? Because I shit my pants. That's fun.
Oh, that's my favorite moment out of this whole year is you taking a shit in your pants. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Everyone, my daughter is in first grade, and she likes to tell everyone everything. And her insult to me now, for anything, she'll just be like out of nowhere. She'll be, "Yeah, you pooped your pants in the airport."
That's gonna stick with her forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, for sure. When you go back to school, they're like, "Oh, what'd you do over the summer?" And she's like, "For my stepdad, poops his pants."
Poops
in the
pants.
Yeah,
airport."
you fucked up. You should not have told her that story.
I mean, I don't know who told her. I don't think I did, but we have a family full of scoundrels that will backstab.
Who was with you? It was
Bunch of
just you and
rats.
your wife, right?
Yeah, but so someone told her, or one of the boys. I don't know, dude. It's
Your boys listen to the podcast?
no, but here's the thing, Vinny, and I don't know if you know this, but as a parent, like they listen to everything you say.
Yes, they do.
So like
Even when you're not talking to them.
I'm pretty loud also, and I just talk in my house like there's no like, oh, don't say that, there's little kids around. Because I've always just been of the thought you just talk like a regular adult human around kids.
Yeah.
Also,
gonna-
kid,
they
You
like-
probably
they-
ratted yourself out. You probably were playing games with Andres.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
talking
maybe.
about how you
You're
shit your
Yeah,
pants.
right?
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
I
Is,
was
yeah.
gonna say every time I've been to your house, we've told awful stories really loudly and just robustly throughout the whole house.
Yeah, because like I want my kids to understand like you don't just say like
Shit happens?
fucking you don't just that. That's a good lesson. But like this is how adults talk. Like I don't know. I don't want to shame them for one time long ago, my kids were when they were young. I walked in on them like just watching them playing video games or whatever, and they're like, fuck this, fuck that. I'm like, yeah, why don't you mix the fucking shit in there? It's just like, fuck. And they're like, because when they saw me, they're like, I was like, why don't you guys like mix the shit in with those fucks or whatever?
Be good at cussing.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Like, teach them the right way to cuss, Those are words that adults use that humans use, so it's not like, oh, don't fucking say that. Now, I also threatened their lives and said, don't say that at school in front of your grandma.
There's a time when you don't say that shit.
And yeah, there's an appropriate time to cuss, and it worked. I mean, that's one of the good things, I guess. Or they're like, my dad's a savage. I don't want to be like him.
But then it gives value to it, too, when you're like,
Right.
you can't say this around everybody.
Right.
Then it makes it feel real special when you do say it.
Right. And they learn to use it in the right way. And like I said, like that's how people talk. Like,
Right.
You don't have to say it for every word, but like that is a word that you can fucking use. Like it's an English
I turned
word.
13, my mom was like, all right, you have one swear word you can say in front of me, but it can't be
And you had to
fuck."
pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, and it can't be fuck.
I chose shit.
That's a good one.
This shit is dumb.
Yeah.
And that's the first time Billy said cunt.
And Mom's
She would have
plan.
been so mad.
She would have said, okay, not that one, too.
Yeah, she would have been pissed.
Mom's plan backfires.
I had a quick thought here. When your stepdaughter turns 18 and it's her senior year of high school, in the yearbook, her quote is, "My dad shit his pants when I was 5."
Okay. Could be.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
It'll
That-
say Bobby when Bobby
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby.
Yes, that is what she calls me, but it won't say that. She's too out. She's going to have many more moments that overshadow that moment. She'll forget about it at some point.
No one ever forgets. Trust me.
That is what Nick Allen said. I'm not wearing those same shorts tonight, though.
That's good.
Change it up for the first video.
Because I'm sitting next to you tonight, so I don't want to be sitting next to them.
You're the one that smells. You almost killed me earlier.
Well, that's what you get for bringing in pizza.
It was delicious.
It was delicious,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it. Thank
Well,
you.
I had to do that because full circle fucking when we recorded the first one, we had pizza, but it was from Timber Creek, which I think that guy sold the place and had a falling out with the guy that brought the pizza. I don't know what the deal is. That guy burns bridges all the time. And tonight we had Frank's Pizza because they sponsor at the Funny Bone. They're up on our big screen.
Franks are awesome.
Yeah. I went there with my gift certificates not that long ago, and they knew that Colleen fucking bought them. And tonight, I showed up, and the guys at Frank's didn't have my pizza done, and I had to meet you guys here. It could have been a huge deal, but they were super nice, and they hooked me up, and I love those guys. You guys should sponsor our
Sponsor the
podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would if we went down there and just ate in there and just talked to them. I bet
Right.
they fucking would
Probably.
sponsor it.
Well,
They have I've never been inside until tonight, and they have pictures of like comics that have been there on the
Oh,
wall,
really?
just like our
Mhm.
wall out here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
they bring them signed headshots and put it there, like
Yep.
Medicine Hat and Pete Lee and Bobby
Cool.
Slayton, and there's a bunch of them up there.
Huh.
I think Tammy Pescatelli might be up there.
Cable guy, I guess, loves
Cable
it.
guy, yeah. Because that's where Colleen used to take all the comics all the
Yeah.
time,
Yep.
was to, they take them to Frank's, and I don't think she does it quite as much anymore. But
It's
she
a
was also
small little
good.
place. It's cool.
tiny little place.
That's good.
But Joey, who used to be the guy in charge there, he's not in charge there anymore. And so I think when he distanced himself from it or left, and I don't know what he went to go do, but I think Colleen, still goes there, but not as frequent as she used to.
Gotcha.
When I was there tonight, they said she dropped off a case of Liquid Death, and he loved it. He was like, "It's gone already." It was so awesome. And then he threw in some breadsticks or whatever, garlic twist for my troubles.
Yeah.
Frank's Pizza. Check it out.
Check it out.
132nd and Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment?
Probably when you asked the lawyer thing.
Explain. Just say the whole story. I mean, it's whatever.
When we had Chris Covey on, who's a very funny comic and also a lawyer, and Bobby set him up. Very first question to fuck with him, he just said, Chris, how old were you when you first wanted to be? And, you know, it's a comedy podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody gets ready, and then you just a lawyer.
I like to bust balls.
So it was just right at the beginning, and it just killed me.
I don't think he liked it because he was like, "Oh, we don't really introduce people around here, do we?" I'm just busting your chops, bud.
You got to go that hard left. You can't always go down the same path.
Probably.
That is pretty
That was a surprising episode because he pulling the curtain back. He for months had talked to us about like when he wanted, if we ever wanted him on, that he wanted to do one that was clean and us not cuss. Which, if you've listened to this shit, we like to cuss.
We have a hard problem not doing
Yeah.
it.
And if you just heard what I said about teaching my kids cuss words, you really know we like to cuss.
And it explains it a little bit.
But I don't think we really. I think we might have said.
You did the poop question at the beginning.
Yeah, but
too.
I said rumple dumple stiltskins.
Yeah, he never said shit.
That is not a cuss word.
No,
That is a fable.
I think you were the first one to swear, weren't you?
Oh, I don't know.
It was
Yeah,
you.
I think you said.
cussed
Yeah,
first,
you said
and then
shit.
I did say something later, but I think a lot of people were talking, so they didn't hear me say
Yeah.
it. I think I said shit or fuck. I don't know.
I don't think
I
it's
liked for subtle, dirty stuff. The most fun was the Karen Morgan episode.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's a
true.
lot of fun.
That was a
is-
fun one.
That is a good
Yeah,
one.
that is
And
a
we
good one.
and we cussed that night on stage.
Yeah.
She said I'm gonna say fuck tonight.
And she did.
And she
You know
did.
what? She told me she had a video, and she never sent it. She said she was going to because I was going to post it and be like, "This is what happens when you're on Door Guys podcast."
We need to hit her up and get it and see if she can send it to us.
I do. I need to post that.
She would. That was fun.
Dead Baby Seals. That was another good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should let everybody in on it.
That was one of my more wheezy moments.
'Cause then, people will go back. So if you go back and listen,
You know,
there was a
Easter egg.
Yeah, there's a time. Yeah, kind of Easter eggs
Couple
that
of
we were
them.
dropping for ourselves.
Yeah.
Is there was a time period, and maybe it's still going on. Maybe it's not, where we were kind of into dead baby jokes.
That gay baby.
They're feminist.
And you're right, dead gay baby is what we like to say. I will say before I finish the story that when I was just in Colorado with my dad and my brother, we were like eating dinner, and my dad was asking about the podcast or something. I told him about the dead gay baby joke thing, and he I thought he'd like it would just be like, because I was trying to explain it, dude, being feminist and shit. Like, he did not fucking think that shit was cool. At
He
all.
didn't get it.
No, for sure, I could see that on his mind. He's like, "Oh, my son is fucked." But anyway, so even one night before, I think it was before the night that Karen Morgan and you were up here at the club and cussed on stage, is we were at my house and we were just saying gay dead baby jokes to each other. And this guy goes, "I think that's what we need to do before every set because my set was awesome. I was loose."
But I did not say it.
No, you didn't
Not
say
on
that on stage. No. That's the thing, is this is a hidden thing. This is why it was an Easter egg, is we don't really want people, until I guess I told my dad to know that we were fucking doing this. But as I think it was on Wikipedia or something, Ty, you found out that this was created in like the 60s for two reasons. And one was like women's rights, and the other one was Vietnam, because people, our Marines, were like burning babies and stuff in Vietnam. You stop laughing.
I don't remember the war part.
Oh, no. That was part of it.
It could have been.
No, it's part
Now
of
we're
it.
making this real noble for ourselves.
No, the feminism part, we'll stick to that part. I just said the second part because if they look at it, they're going to see that part.
The gay part just got thrown in because that's the way the kid in the tasseling told them.
Well, that's always fun. That's always funny to me because, I mean, people who are real, like, homophobic, like, get real mad about the gay part for some reason.
Well, I think what it is, well, the feminist thing, that part of it. I think when you add gay to it, you poke at Christians and stuff, saying that that it's a choice.
Yes.
Right.
No, I
And
agree.
that you're
I
not
agree.
born that way.
I
I think
agree.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
drug,
yeah.
Right.
you know, being
that's
born.
the dig for sure. I
Right.
agree for sure.
We're getting real South Parky about it. There's a message to this whole.
Who knew we were so deep with our dead gay baby jokes?
Anyway, if you go back a few episodes, there are some dead baby jokes in there that are pretty fucking funny if you know what's going on.
Me and you had a true moment on the dead baby seal thing. So everybody
This
gets
is
a dead
true.
baby seal. We locked eyes and
Well, it's because how it fucking went down, dude, is that isn't the only thing you said. You said like a few sentences before this. So then when you said something like, we should give them all a dead baby seal to like keep the sharks away. And when you said dead baby seal, my brain goes cha-ching. And I looked at you and I was like, you son of a bitch. You set this up for like 3 sentences, dude. And yeah, it was amazing. And we locked eyes and it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
hire me for all your clean corporate events. This is just my outlet.
You get it out here so that way you don't do it on stage.
Yeah.
It makes them loose on stage. Not to say crazy things, just to have a good time up there.
Yes.
Yeah, take the nerves off of
But
it.
we even did some dead baby stuff with Pete Lee, and he made it seem
That
real
is true.
clean.
That
Yeah.
is true. That is true.
He was like, yeah, whatever. Do dead baby jokes.
I feel like he makes everything seem clean, no
Yeah.
matter what he says.
Yeah.
That's true.
He does. He does. Billy, favorite moments from the podcast over this year?
Definitely the first one has to be the donkey milking.
Take back to the Thanksgiving one. That
That
was
was pretty great.
absurd.
Yeah. I don't know. I think most of them have already been named. What about you?
Donkey milking for sure was
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Episode 2 when you guys talked about your favorite.
No, I hate
Netflix
that one.
reviews?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to delete it. Look, there's a lot of them right when we're done where I go home and I just curl up in the fetus position.
The fetus position?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I cried.
There
Like,
was a
why
while.
are we even doing this?
There was a while. There was a while where I would get real scared after some of the stuff we said.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's.
We'd be like, I know we don't have many listeners, but who is listening? we just said some shit.
Well, there's a radio personality around Omaha. His last name rhymes with Gecka. And he's listened to some for sure because he's commented on something that Daisy's posted.
Oh, really?
And I feel like we've talked shit about him before,
No.
but
No, it wasn't
maybe we
talking
didn't.
shit.
Maybe it was off air.
No. No.
Well,
Well, now it's on air. Way to go. No, we weren't talking shit on
No.
on him.
It was just early Vinnie doing sound stories.
Yeah, it was when I muted his mic from open mic.
Oh yeah, maybe that's all.
Yeah. But that wasn't. I didn't do that out of
What did you
malice.
think
I
we
did
said?
that.
Now let's just go back and bring up every person and just name me
I
like,
don't even
no, we
know.
weren't talking shit.
Listen, if
probably
we
was.
did talk shit about you, just email
Oh,
us.
no,
And
no.
and you can come on the show. And
We did talk shit about Pauly Shore.
Yeah, that is true. We'll have him on too. He can.
Or
Fuck
not
yeah.
to.
He can talk about speak his case here.
Sure.
I was scared that we gave away that Louis was going to be there. I got
Oh,
scared
yeah.
of
Yeah,
that.
you did get real
Yeah.
scared about it.
Yeah,
But I mean,
you
it
more
was-
so than the guy that said it.
Yeah, and
Martin
it-
was like, "Oh, should we not have?"
Oh,
yeah, and it was
true.
the owner's son, so
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
why I cared.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
when I hear one of them say it's a secret, I'm like, forever.
Listen, we a year ago we didn't even ask permission to do this and tell fucking stories about people who work
true.
here and
Yeah,
all that, and so I don't know. I guess I'm
How we
saying
do it in the club.
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess I'm saying
Fuck, yeah.
thank you to Daisy and Colleen and all you guys for
It's
fucking
been a
making
fun.
this shit happen.
It's been a fun
That's
outlet.
been fun.
Yeah.
I love doing it, so I'm happy that you guys were down to do it too.
Hell yeah.
It's brought a camaraderie to the door guys.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
It made me pumped to be a door guy.
Gives us extra shit to talk about and think about.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I am pissed when this lady, we'll call her Godzilla, took the microphone from
Godzilla.
Schuler King's opener.
Oh God.
Fuck. I forgot what I was going to say.
Are you pulling a Sean now?
Yeah, dude. No.
She was something
I
else,
did
man.
say yeah, but no. I had a point to that, but I forgot it.
She was all wanting to know how to become a comedian. and
Yeah, I
shit,
mean, I
too.
just started thinking about the whole situation, and so my point left my brain because it was so crazy.
It
It was so crazy. I don't know, guys. I'm not as wasted as Sean, but
I will say one thing though, back on the camaraderie thing, like
yeah, you will.
like just I remember the times that we worked before, like doing the podcast, and like it was cool, but like since the podcast has started, like working together just seems like we're of course a lot tighter and like more of a family and like real
Yeah.
That is
cool with
true.
each other.
All we're missing is denim jackets. That say the
This is
door
what
guys
you've wanted
podcast.
since you joined this shit.
Get the logo, fucking make them up.
This guy
Like
has
a
wanted this.
denim Letterman's
Can we have,
jacket
like,
for the Door
bowling?
Guys podcast?
Yes. I would wear it
It's
forever.
very suiting for you.
I would cherish it
What a-
forever.
Well, like, what about like bowling team jackets? Those are cooler.
Like
I
a
feel
bowling
like.
shirt.
Then
I don't want
Bowling-
to. I don't
bowling-
want to
What
wear
if we all
denim,
get bowling
dude.
team and
you
get
will
him denim?
once you have it.
No.
Oh, you'll love it.
No denim.
Yes.
We get onesies.
I
wear
like
that.
that idea.
Yeah.
Bowling
I'd do
team
it.
jackets. That'd be if it was like an old school looking bowling jacket.
Yeah, that's
that'd
what
be
I'm
cool.
saying.
Yeah.
With like the door guys logo on the back and then your name on the front, like Colonel.
On the
for you.
lapel. Colonel.
Hey, Seuss for this guy over here.
Fucking piece.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No, but you're right. Before we started this podcast and before the pandemic, I wasn't really working door guy. I was only working days here. And so when you started, Andres, I really didn't know you that well because you worked nights and I worked ticket booth. You'd come up there and fucking be like, "How many Cheetos can you fit in your mouth?" and shit like that. Cheetos were dicks. How many could you fit in your mouth? I'd be like, "This guy's weird." Kind of like him. But really, like the former member of this podcast, Scott, used to say, is we all kind of met each other, kind of like formed that bond to start out with, to start this podcast on video games.
Yeah.
And then it came into this, and then, you know, after the pandemic, or I guess when we opened back up, Ty Walsh was here all the time. I became friends with him. Vinnie got involved, and it's just evolved, and now we're on fucking video. Don't look at me, Mom.
I've
So,
enjoyed getting to hear all the backstories for all the local comics. You know, like
Yeah.
Cameron and Heather
Yeah.
and Don and Chris and Tyler, you know, before he became a full member, just hearing, you know, how they've gone about it and all the different angles and struggles and stuff like that. So that's been kind of cool to hear all that stuff because, you know, you see these guys every now and then and they get up there and they do their 7 to 10 minutes and then they're out. And so, you know, to hear, you know, what got them started into doing this shit is kind of interesting.
I feel like the Covey episode was a good one. He covered a lot of good stuff about
Yeah.
local, like about the Clash and getting in. And
How to do it.
Yeah.
he actually dropped a lot of solid, if you were somebody wanting to get in here,
Yeah.
a lot of solid how you do it.
Like
kind
that
of.
lady that took the mic the
How
other
he
night.
did it.
She needs to go back and listen to that episode.
Yeah, she does.
If you want to get in at the funny bone, you need to get hammered and be a real douche on stage.
Oh wait, that's how not to get on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll also, I did enjoy doing that first episode, telling all those stories about Medicine Hat.
Yeah.
That was
That was a really good one because it was, for me, it was a lot different because it was early on. Maybe like
I got it right.
episode
here.
5, something
Seven.
7.
Something like that.
So we had done,
7.
and we were fucking, it was kind of us fucking around. We did the first episode where really we just explained what we were doing. Second episode was some stupid idea where we would, like review
The best
Netflix
episode
shit.
there is.
Yeah. And so like we basically told people what they already could see themselves about Netflix or whatever. 'Cause it was pandemic, whatever. And then third episode, I don't even remember really what we talked about, but it was more along the lines of what going on in the club and
Right.
comedy shit. And then fourth episode, I think, is when we had Jason on,
Yep.
who I used to do a podcast with long ago. Fifth was Nick Allen.
No, Nick was 6. 5th says Cheeto Challenge birth.
Oh, so that was the rest of you door
Me and
guys.
Bill, me and
Yep.
Billy.
You, Billy, Daryl.
No,
Okay.
Daryl was
No.
on there.
Daryl wasn't on
No.
that one,
Four of
just
it.
you two guys.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then we had fucking when you came on, so it was like being funny the whole time. And when you came on, there was funny aspects to it, but it was different for me because it did get emotional at times and it was heavy at times, which was way different than anything like that I set out to do or on podcasts that I've done before. But it ended up being awesome and made me feel awesome because I've always talked about, like, I don't fucking do this because I want, like, fucking people to recognize me or whatever. I like it. I like to know that we either made someone laugh or in this situation, what made me feel real good about it is you shared it, Vinny, to all of his daughters. And they liked all of our shit and followed us. So like they appreciated that. So to me, like we kept their dad alive for them. And every time we talk about him on here and they can hear that, like we by telling those stories, maybe they didn't know that one. And it's just something else to keep their dad alive for him. And that makes me like, that's why I like doing this shit, and fucking keep wanting to do it is because of things like that. Cause that made me feel awesome that we were able to fucking do that for. And what, he has 4 daughters?
3 daughters.
And so, like, just for those 3 people to be happy with that and that we were able to do that, that's all that fucking mattered. Like, it didn't
Got to
matter
tell his
who
story
listens.
with Hat, too.
Right.
That was really, yeah.
And so, yeah, dude, that was a fucking great fucking episode, man.
Yeah, it was fun to bring up all those memories, and like you said, it was emotional. And yeah,
Same with
it was a good
last
time.
episode. It's
Yeah.
not out yet, but Austin started talking about it, and towards the end of him talking about it, you could kind of feel like the energy in the room just kind of be like, it was a sad. Everyone was
Same
kind of
thing.
sad because he was an awesome dude, and just hearing stories about him and everything, it's a crazy thing, man.
And Austin made like the tribute video for him, right? Didn't
He-
Austin go on the road?
He was
with
on the
him and
road
have
with
a
it. Yeah,
bunch
he
of-
talks about it. He was on the
I
road
saw a
with him a
video
while,
he
yeah.
showed of him at one of the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Austin he said he still has a bunch of footage that still at home, but he made like the pre-show video, like he did an interview segment with him. We talk about that, and yeah, he helped with some of the editing stuff for his memorial. But yeah,
That's
it was
pretty cool.
it's cool, and it's also cool to hear because I didn't know Pete Lee opened for Medicine Hat, and I didn't know
Yeah, I didn't know that
I mean,
either.
all these guys have lots of people have Medicine Hat stories. Nick has some, Heather has some. Everybody has those stories. So it's good to hear them again and hear from different people's perspective. It's something really cool that also comes out of the podcast.
It's awesome.
And I got my Medicine Hat shirt on right now.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Always representing. He hasn't taken our equipment down yet, except for maybe with the Brian episode. In here, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool of him.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we're doing a pretty good job. He hasn't fucking done that yet.
He hasn't shut our shit down yet.
I have a couple things here. One, I came across an article that said the headline was Lizzo joins McConaughey, which is Matthew McConaughey, if you were keeping score at home, making a decision to stop wearing deodorant. And I just want to bring that up because
Of course you fucking found that article. Why wouldn't you have, you of all people, found that fucking article?
I want to bring that up because I started that, and I just want everyone to know that.
Trying to spread their moans.
Yeah. They better be careful because
they
they're
interfere with your
legit
moans.
celebrities.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are going to be tackling them in public places, dude.
They're going to have people sleeping on them on the plane.
Oh.
Post shitting their pants.
Ooh. Listen. Lizzo for sure takes up 2 seats, dude. That's not being mean. That's being realistic. And that third person in her row is sleeping in her fucking
Moans.
in her
moans.
She's got a 50-gallon pail of titties.
I think I need to get the measurements down so I know how big a bucket of titties are.
Tonka truck of titties.
And yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like if you don't wear deodorant. People are gonna fucking come after you. It's just a fact.
You can vouch for that.
They can't help themselves. It's nature. It's nature.
All right, then.
This fucking
Say
guy.
so.
Your mom wants you to wear deodorant.
That cuts me deep, you son of a bitch. That cuts me real deep, you son of a bitch.
Michael Vick would want you to wear deodorant.
No, that's how he keeps the dogs from attacking him.
Ask
He's got that
Vinnie
pheromone
right
lock.
now if you smell the air, Vinny. Yeah, be careful, dude.
Moanful.
Stay over there.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I got to scoot over a little bit more.
Now we're getting to door guys do the door guys.
Takes on a new meaning.
To make a new compilation.
The door guy compilation.
Nobody wants that.
No.
I also had written down.
I was just gonna.
Wait, what?
What are you looking at me for?
I was just gonna tell him he could be the fluffer.
Oh, he likes that shit. His nipples
Wouldn't
are
be the
hard.
worst job, I guess. I don't know.
Better than mowing lawns.
Hell no,
Sometimes.
we won't mow.
We won't mow.
I never did the door guys. I just helped the door guys do the door guys.
You said a fluffer sounds like not that bad of a job?
I mean, better than whoever's getting fucked. I mean, rather.
Dude, you're doing all the work and getting none of the reward.
Well,
You realize this, right?
What about all that camaraderie you were talking about?
camaraderie.
Camaraderie. So we doing this thing?
Are we ending this episode now?
Vinny, do you want to go into your list of goings on? We've talked about it before on here. I think last time, what did we go on miscellaneous stories or something like that?
I think we did
Just
stupid
wild
shit.
stupid
did
shit.
stupid
Stupid shit. Yeah.
You have different categories.
Yeah, we got. I got physical altercations, theft,
Okay.
medicine hat, and then miscellaneous.
Theft.
Yeah, let's do.
I've got a
theft.
very specific one in mind.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Yours is probably on my list.
So there was a wallet left
This
behind in the showroom.
Oh, yours is not on my
This
list.
is not one.
No.
Oh,
Go ahead.
fuck. Okay.
Lead off with this one, please.
So we had a door guy who worked here. I
Lead
didn't
on.
even work this night, but
I didn't
fucking
either.
this
I
shit
did
was
not either.
Ridiculous.
I would have been so
I don't
mad, by the
even
way.
remember who was in town. I know Dylan was here.
Oh,
poor.
God bless you, Dylan.
So
Poor
in between shows, they're cleaning shit up. This guy finds a wallet in the booth, like filled with cash and shit, and he stole it, and then went and stashed it like down in the back by the dumpsters, like in this shed, right? And so second show gets over.
That's a guy that worked here. That
he
did
worked
this.
here.
Yeah.
He was a door guy.
He's
Yep.
a fellow door guy.
Yep. And
Poor Honey.
so the guy comes back because he had one of those tile chips in his wallet. He was like, I know my wallet's here. Like, it's full of
Because he
cash.
could track it.
Yeah. So he's like, what the fuck? And so they end up like, well, maybe it got thrown away. And the guy who stole it is standing there watching the other
Dylan?
two, Dylan, and I think it might have been
Daryl,
Scott.
maybe. No, it was
Might
Scott.
have been Scott. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott and Dylan having to dig through all
While
the
the
trash
third guy was just
Who
like,
stole
I
the
don't
wallet.
know
The guilty
where it
party.
is. I don't know where
I
the
don't
fuck
know what's
it
going
is."
on.
Watching him dig in the trash.
Ended up having to go back to the cameras, saw that this guy did it, fucking ended up returning it to him. We fired
Which
that
we
guy,
just
clearly.
got cameras in the showroom, I feel like, right before
So, yeah,
that.
there's a story
Yeah.
of theft. That's the one that immediately pops into my
You're
mind. That
getting
was-
to the and then though, right? About what he
What?
posted the other
Oh,
day.
God, yeah. and
the karma finally caught
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So what, like
Someone,
3
like,
years later?
Stole his
2 years
bike
later?
or stole his wallet and something else.
I will say, since he had gotten fired from here for doing that sketchy shit, he's had his motorcycle stolen.
Yeah.
And recently he had his wallet stolen,
Yep.
where he was posting on Facebook, "Has anyone seen my wallet
you
on the
guys help me?"
132nd dot?"
I liked him. Too.
Yeah, dude, he was a nice guy. That's
a hard
the
worker.
fucked up thing.
He
Yeah,
did work
worked
his ass
hard.
off. He did
He was
work
a nice
his ass
dude,
off.
but then he stole a
was
wallet
nice.
and he was a huge piece of shit
Yeah.
about it. So
Like, oh.
I
also fuck him.
I'm going to tell you
I
guys.
think he's a pillbilly.
Oh, yeah, he
yeah,
was.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
he
for
was.
sure. I don't know
Yeah.
if he still is, but he was.
I'm going to tell all you guys right now, and this guy, you can fucking look me in my fucking eyes. If I was here going through the trash and you fucking made me go to the
Oh,
trash and I
dude.
found that, I would fucking put you in the trash.
Oh, shit.
And you would be in the dump right now. Now that's not just you would be alive. I just throw you in the trash. I don't want to have charges
Yeah.
pressed against me.
What was your theft story?
Well, this one, I think some of you guys might have been here, was during Paul Mercurio.
Oh, yeah.
I was here
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, that's a fun one. So Paul
I had
Mercurio
a different Scott involved in that one.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, server Scott.
Paul Mercurio was up on stage, and he walked up on stage wearing this, I don't know, kind of like a denim jacket.
Denim jacket, yeah.
And he took it off and put it on the stool,
Yep.
and then he left the stage and forgot to grab it. Well, apparently one of the chicks at the tables right against the stage, who he had been talking with, took it, like before the host
Yeah.
had gotten back up there. And so she took his jacket. And then they were walking out, and she was wearing the jacket, but you know, we didn't really know it was
Yeah,
even his jacket. And she even stopped to him and said, "Hey, you know, nice jacket," or made some comment about the
Yeah.
jacket, and as she was walking out, and didn't even realize what had happened. So and this was first show. So then second show comes up, and Paul gets done telling his merch, and he goes to the stage, and there's no jacket there. And he goes in the green room, and there's no jacket. And so then he's like, well, where the fuck is my jacket? And so then he started getting pissed. And he's like, it's not that it's a great jacket, but his son had bought it for him or something
Yeah, it was
like
like
that.
the first
It was
present that his
sentimental, yeah,
son
it was
Yeah.
picked
sentimental
out for
for
him or
sure.
something like that.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, no.
And so then Scott, the server Scott,
Yeah.
he left early.
Yeah.
and where did
went
he
to? He went to
go?
Good Life.
Good Life
Okay.
Bar,
He
yeah.
went to the bar, and yeah, that chick was there wearing
The jacket.
and bragging about stealing his jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like, I can't.
I
I, was
didn't
like, I
know
took
that
his
part.
jacket. I got this jacket. It's so nice. I'm glad I took it from him.
Yep.
And then he went, and Scott went to him and was like, yeah, that's
she
not
grabbed
yours.
it off stage, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the show.
At the end of the show. And
Yep.
so then the server went up and was like, yeah, that's not yours. That's Paul's.
Yep.
I'm taking that now.
Yep.
You're going to give that to me. And she was like, what? And he's like,
Oh, it was a joke.
was it the
That's
funny
the-
bone? Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
The fucking thing she tried to pull.
Yeah. So then he took the jacket back, and so he took the jacket and came back up and gave it to Paul, and Paul was very grateful.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, I think it was a clash, because Richard was
Yeah.
filming shit, and Richard had his GoPro on the end
That was the
of that part of the
very
room over
first
there.
clash I ever worked.
And,
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
And someone fucking snaked that shit on
Yeah,
their way
he
out. They
stole
took
his
his
GoPro.
GoPro, dude, and he was so
was
fucking.
devastated.
So
Which
livid.
I mean, dude, fuck.
Yep.
you know, a lot of these fucking guys don't, you know, just like all of us, don't have fucking, you know, money just drop and buy a new fucking
Right.
GoPro. He probably saved for that or whatever, but he was fucked up because that shit got taken, dude. And that's,
Yeah.
I mean, I never saw it over there, and I never saw anyone take it either. So it was just like a quick, like, in, you know, GoPro's a little thing. I feel like it was on like a fucking little
It was on a
mini
little tripod,
or
yeah.
something.
I
Not
think
like
it was
the big
sitting
one.
on this
Yes.
on the booth
On the-
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking somebody walked out with that shit.
And it's a
Yep.
clash. I mean, people.
What are they
know-
gonna do? Fucking watch Richard's video
Yeah.
of him over and over and over again? Like,
You-
what the fuck?
He would have burned that shit for you.
Right?
He'd have to steal his fucking
Yeah,
camera.
exactly. Oh man.
Super fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But people steal shit all the time. You know, like there's several times when comics are setting their merch up out there. Like,
I haven't had this happen, but I always feel like it's going to.
it's
Yeah.
happened to me several times. Like there was someone out there, and I don't remember who it was, and they set up the CDs, and there were some people that had just walked by, and they grabbed. They thought, oh, well, I'll just take these CDs, and so they grabbed like 15 of these dudes' CDs, and so then
Oh, they just grabbed like a stack of
yeah,
them?
just grabbed a stack of them off the
Jesus.
table because he had set them up there, and it must have been the feature act because the headliner was still on stage. And so then I went over, and so then he's like, "Hey, they just took those CDs," and I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." So then I go out and I peek my head. I open the stair door because I knew that's where they had went. I saw the door close, and so I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we paid our tab." I was like, "Yeah, but you took those CDs." And they're like, "Oh, I thought they were free." It's like, no, those are $20 a piece. So if you want, you can pay $20 a piece for
I
every
thought
one
they
of
were
them.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic move, dude.
And then,
Right.
yeah, I know, right? And I was like, you can pay for them all, or you can give them back. Oh, sorry. And so then they handed them all back. And so that's why when they set their merch out early, that's why I always tell one of you guys, watch it. Make sure, because because it happened just that quick, because somebody decided they were going to leave the show early. They
Right,
were walking
that's what I
out,
always worry
boom,
about.
boom, gone. And if we wouldn't happen to have been standing there, I think I had just come out the side hallway, and the comic was over at the bar and looked over and saw those people leaving and grab his shit and walk out the door.
Damn.
Yeah. Don't steal shit.
And be careful when you got your merch out there, Ty.
I have no merch. I
What
should.
about back roads and beef sticks or whatever?
I had a bunch of pins that
Now
had
someone's
me and-
stealing it.
that had me and a donkey on them, but nobody would take those.
Oh, really? So now you just have a box of pins?
I got rid of them eventually, but like not that long ago, I just had there was a bartender at a show I did, and she's like, "Do you have a pin or something?" I was like, "Oh, I have these." You know, I kind of thought she was flirting with me for a little bit. And then I gave her this donkey pin, and it's me riding a donkey down the highway. My donkey.
I collect pins. I would like one of those, please.
It's got my name on it. And then she looks at it, she's like, "Oh, that's goofy." and then when I got up, she's like, "Oh, you take it. You can sell it."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I can't sell it. That's why I was trying to give it to you."
Trying to get rid of these things.
Oh, yeah.
Was it like you on a donkey, like going down a highway into to a nut sitting like the beginning of Walking Dead?
That's not what I was trying to do, but yeah, it was just me riding a donkey down the hill on the highway to the picture.
Nice.
Yeah. It was special to me.
That is special. I wish I had one. I do have a writing pen that has your name on it.
I always have this thought, like, I don't really want to relate to people, which I'm finding out can be a problem with comedy sometimes.
Well, yeah, well, like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what
That's
do
what
you
you're
mean?
up there supposed to be
That's what
doing.
you're trying to do.
No, like, I know. That's what I'm finding out now. But
Oh,
like,
just now?
for a while, I was just like, just be as weird as you are and you want to be, and, you know, they'll just love it because it's weird.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I'm like, no, they
No.
need to find a way to relate.
Yeah.
And so
Little
some of
bit.
these things I've made, they're like,
What the
nope.
fuck?
Don't
I mean, I
have
would
any
say,
use
like,
for that.
maybe there's a niche for certain
say
weird things. But
That
like,
works. Look at like Emo Phillips. I mean, he's weird and just for
Yeah.
being weird.
Like,
and
you could be weird, but you have to find the right little, like, niche, like, lane
Yeah.
to to work your weirdness in.
Right,
Maybe don't
right.
reveal all your weirdness. Like, just find like.
I've gotten better at it. I have had
I
some.
think you're
sets where
doing
people-
all right, dude. I mean, you haven't done a set in a while now, but you're doing because of COVID. But you're doing all right before that, dude.
Because of Eric.
Like,
You're performing.
I would say the last handful of times I've seen you in this room, you fucking have crushed them pretty good.
Oh, okay.
You know, I know you fret about not having a success on the road, but this is a big room in here. Fucking smashing them.
I did 45 for the first time, and then found out I think I had COVID when I did that 45. That was the next day I tested. Yeah, that was it. That's what happened.
You got it from that mic.
I told.
Yeah, could be.
That 45 mic.
Who
You
went in
spent
front of
too
you?
much time on that mic.
Yep, that was what did it.
That was a good set for you. That 45. That's the first
Oh
time
yeah,
you've
it was
done.
a great show.
Is that the first time you've done that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that
No, it was a
go?
good time.
Fuck yeah.
And then then the next day I had COVID. I was like, oh fuck, I really killed.
Maybe.
Got any other
What do I have
1 year
on here?
anniversary things?
We
talk
usually ask like the worst place that you've ever taken a shit, right? So
Yep.
I mean, I guess this is a ridiculous question, but what's your favorite place to poop? Andres?
Home.
Home?
Yeah.
Home? Well, you never
Well,
know. Maybe like you work.
I-
Maybe dude, my brother, every place we go to, I pointed it out when I was recently in Colorado with him. My dad, he visits the bathroom every place from a little kid till now.
Like my kids. My kids
Yeah,
do that
you
shit
gotta
too.
check the
Every time
bathroom out,
we
dude.
go somewhere, they're like,
What?
I have to go to the bathroom. It's like,
To check
were
it
just
out,
at
dude,
home,
I
yeah.
feel like, yeah.
they go pee a
Yeah,
little bit,
home.
but just to see what it looks like.
I don't like using public bathrooms and shit.
So one time we were at a restaurant in Chicago, and my brother was maybe like 8, and it's called Dick's Last Resort, and like their shtick is like they're assholes to you. Like you ask for more napkins, and they'll bring like all the napkins and throw them all over the table and shit. Be like, "Here's more napkins!" Like they're assholes.
And they talk
dude.
shit to you too, and
Yeah. Like the whole bar's like littered with fucking like braziers, dude. Like, so my brother's drinking pops like crazy there, and the guy like keeps telling him like, "You're gonna take a piss, dude." My brother hasn't been to the bathroom, which is he's like I just said, he's notorious for. And at one point he gets up and goes to the bathroom, and over all the loudspeakers, and my brother's 8, so like when you're an 8-year-old, over the whole restaurant, he's like, "Yeah, I told you, little kid, you were going to take a piss. I've been giving you fucking drinks all night. You're fucking pissing everywhere." My brother comes back. He's like, we're like, "Ah, stupid." And really, if you think about it, he's just drinking liquids and peeing them. So, you know, not
Pretty
a reason to
normal.
be a bully to a little kid there, guy.
Such a big
Asshole.
fucking man, aren't you?
Fuck, for real.
What else do I have? I don't have that much more left, Vinny. What do you got over there? I did. I had an article that I found where a 80-pound cougar got removed from an apartment in the Bronx because it was someone's pet and it was causing problems, like tearing up carpet and growling at neighbors and stuff like that. Which I don't know how you would get a cougar into the Bronx. I don't live
Yeah.
there. I've never been
know.
there.
When
but,
it was little.
that's a good point.
Fair enough.
What do you feed it like regularly? Just fucking cat food? You
yeah.
can't just sit there and feed it a shit ton of cat food.
He'll
Oh no, you're buying
Big-ass
it
bag of
steaks.
meow
No
mix.
way. Yeah, there's no way.
You're buying it steaks for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There was a time I used to live in Valley, and there was a time, and I was working here. I might have told this story on a different podcast, but I couldn't sleep at night, so I'd walk, especially when I didn't have my kids at home because there's no one there. And so I'd walk, and there was about a 2-week period. I'm pretty sure a cougar or a bobcat was stalking me along my walk. I'd walk out like pretty far out to the river or whatever, and it was getting hairy there for a while. I bought a night vision monocular, and and to use at night. Ty.
You could see it getting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw something. I don't know what it was. It climbed a tree. So that's when I was like, I'm done walking at night. Because it was for sure like stalking me. You know, you just get that feeling sometimes. I feel like people get it. I've talked about it before. Like I would say like I'm an empath. Like I could feel like I used to think it was like me being nervous about a room, but it'd be like bad energy or something. Like and feel shit. Well, I feel like people get that thing. Like if you're staring at someone like in the grocery store and then they look at you, it's because they like felt you staring at them. You know, like I had that feeling when I was walking that like there was something else there, and like I'd hear shit, and for sure I feel like this fucking jungle cat was fucking stalking me along my walk for maybe about 2 weeks or so, because every time it felt like it would go longer, and I'd have the feeling like of relief, like when I get to a certain point, like there's not anything off to the side, because I would be walking on the road and there's shit on trees and brush on the side where I can't really see, and it's nighttime.
Right.
And so I got the fucking night monocular, which really didn't work because you got to close one eye. You're like a pirate. And so like someone could attack you from the left or right side, depending on what eye you're using. You're fucking dead. So it makes no sense. But anyway, yeah, that's my bobcat cougar story. I didn't die. I didn't really see a cat or anything. I mean, hell, it could have been a Sasquatch, but you never know.
I used to feed pet bobcats for a guy in college.
Wait, what?
Fuck.
Like they were babies?
Need big ones too.
Wait.
Okay, so what do you feed a bobcat?
Steaks?
Dead deer.
Oh.
On the ro-
Did you
like-
meet this guy in a bathroom buying a condom from a quarter machine? Like, that sounds like the kind of guy this fucking dude would be.
It does.
In the shittiest bar that still has a condom machine in the bathroom.
I was at Shadron. I went to Shadron State for a year, and this guy, they said he needed ranch help, and I worked with him. And the first day of my job, I met him, and then the first day he called me. He goes, "Hey man, there's a dead deer on the highway out on 20. When you're coming out to my place, pick it up for me." And I was like, "What?" And then so the first week, I ended up picking up like 6 dead deer for this guy.
Wait, what the fuck?
The DNR would call him and tell
No
him.
questions
Put it on
asked.
top of your Buick?
No.
Yeah.
I had a truck at the time.
Okay.
Wait, but no questions asked. You're just like, fuck it, I'll go pick up the dead deer.
I mean, it wasn't the first time I'd picked up deer.
Did you get paid all right?
So I just start picking up these deer. Then we get out to his place, and he has a giant pen of bobcats, big female bobcats outside in
A
this pen.
pin?
Yeah, he sells. He
Oh,
has to
okay.
sell them as hand-fed breeding stock. But then rich people on the coast buy them for pets. These big bobcats.
Oh.
So we just hunked off his deer chunks, skin on, and tossed them into the pens. And
That
fed 'em.
doesn't sound like he was breeding them to be domestic bobcats by throwing
No, yeah.
lopped off deer in the fucking.
He's like, I let some of them in the house for a while.
Some of them for a while.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Until they bite me.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I made deer for a bunch of people at college that I did not tell, which I don't know if this is bad enough. I did not tell them.
We're gonna find out.
I did not tell them it was roadkill.
Wait, you served it to him?
Wow.
You motherfucker!
It was fresh.
Wait, what do you
That
mean?
doesn't matter.
Me and
You saw the car hit it?
Is that why you had to get the
Fresh it
Buick?
is. What are you crazy?
This isn't the fucking South.
This is how I know it was fresh. When me and the guy were
the
cutting them up, he pokes the back strips
Uh-huh.
and he goes, "These are still warm."
From the car tires, you fucking son of a bitch!
So we cut out the loins, and I took them back to college. And then
Outrageous! I can't believe
that night, these buddies of mine, we lived in a trailer, and I was
hate you
like,
so much.
I didn't know it was that bad.
How much roadkill have you eaten?
They were all ranch kids.
Was there maggots in?
So we got done eating, and then they're like, Where'd you?
What
they
the
said-
fuck? What the fuck?
They said we didn't know you hunt, and I was like,
with your fucking car.
I was like, I used
This
to,
one jumped right out at me.
and I was like, I picked this up for a guy this morning, and we fed part of it to the bobcats. You're like, you son of a bitch.
After they ate it.
Yeah. But that shit, I've ate lots of deer that have been hit by cars. I didn't. Even back home, that was. Yeah.
Raise your hands if you've eaten a deer hit by a car in this room.
Surprise there.
I didn't know it was still delicious. I don't know.
You have to like pick out the broken glass and stuff. No, you just eat around it.
You cut that bit out and leave that for the bobcats.
I feel like I want to call my cousin right now and ask him if this is an appropriate behavior for a man.
Until
'Cause
now,
he would know.
Until now, nobody's ever. I've told a few people that, and they've all been like, "Oh yeah, you get a salvage tag."
I mean,
That's
maybe
cool."
it is. Maybe it's cool.
But I mean, I realize now maybe I should have told them that it was hit on
I mean,
the
you
road.
definitely should
Yeah,
have told them.
before.
Yeah.
Or at least while they were in the middle of it, so they could at least stop.
They are
Did
going to
any
know
of them
now.
get upset? And you were like, but we poked its back. It was warm.
It was warm.
These guys. these guys, to be fair, would have eaten it had they
Okay.
known at the beginning.
All
They
right.
were ranchy.
I mean, you are telling this story to a bunch of city folks. So.
yeah, these
I grew
guys
up in
were
a small
yeah.
town in Iowa, but we never ate roadkill.
Yeah.
One of these guys was famous for telling a story about him and his dad going to a donkey show in Mexico. Like that was him and his dad.
For
So
the
it's his
listeners out
deal.
there, that's where they jerk off, suck off, and fuck off a donkey.
yeah, and
Oh,
him and his
wow.
dad went to that.
Ah.
Think
Together.
I think they can eat roadkill deer.
That's probably their Thanksgiving meal.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. God bless.
shit.
God bless.
I kept some good company in my 20s.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't even know. Let's see. Might be a good place to end.
Yeah, we're at an hour and a half.
Well,
shit.
let me just say thanks to all the listeners for sure for
Oh, yeah.
supporting us. Anyone who supports us, even if you don't listen, you just like our shit. Second of all, for all of you that listen and haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. That doesn't mean anything for you, but it means the fucking world to us. That would help us out a ton if you like and subscribe. Just take a couple minutes and do that on anything that you listen to, Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud. Just follow us. That helps us out. Doesn't mean shit for you, but we really appreciate that.
And especially now, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube now. We're on YouTube. If you're listening, go to YouTube. You can see our faces and see us live. I guess live. Would you say it's live?
Recorded live?
Recorded live, yeah. Live-ish.
We were live when it was aired?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know. I want to thank all you guys for helping this shit still go on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Because
It's been fun.
it's been a crazy year. There's been
Yeah.
some fucking turbulent times, but really good times. And I appreciate all you guys for everything you've helped do so that we can do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, subscribe. Our email is doorguyspod@yahoo.com.
Write us emails.
Yeah, send us emails.
Twitter, Facebook,
John.
Comment on stuff. Talk to us.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Instagram,
interact with us. We're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
try and have some more shit to interact with. It would
Snapchat, all
help.
that shit.
Yeah, email us with your ideas on how we can interact with you.
Yeah, we'll do it. We promise.
Any ideas at all? You want stories? Ask us. Like shit.
Yeah.
Send us positions you want us to try next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got cameras now.
Yeah, we do.
If you need to know where to get the fresh road-killed deer, fucking hit us up. Ty knows.
He'll show you on the map.
He'll let you know.
And just so you guys know how it works, we try to get all the comics, but, sometimes how the schedule works out with flights and stuff, we're not able to. So every once in a while, you'll have just the door guys, and hopefully you guys dig that too.
Or they're just far too important for us.
Yeah, or they don't like us, or we talk shit about them, or whatever the deal is. But we can't get everybody. But we're going to keep going, and thanks a lot, everybody. Gonna play?
I don't know.
Other one.
Oh.
Yeah, listen to this shit.
Come gather around the center of town to usher the year as it ends. A handful of villagers, plunderers, pillagers, only the closest of friends. Saluting each year with cups full of cheer, so lucky to be here again. We're laddies and lasses, come fill up your glasses and join in this rowdy refrain. Lift 'em up, let's drink and be merry.